My name is Anthony Ayite. I'm the Managing Director for Ghana Ltd and for that matter, Director of Wienco Cotton. This morning we are here to actually take you around the facility so that you appreciate what we have for our cotton production. I'll hand you over to Latifa, who is the administrative manager of the office, to take you around the rehabilitated offices. Then we'll move from here to the gym.
Start from here, even though we are busy doing some t-shirt arrangements here. They are our colleagues. This is Mr. Badamushi. He's one of the office staff. Mr. Badamushi. Wahab, and then Mr. Lizzie here. She's also one of our staff here. We are now moving to the accounts office. This is the accounts office, our accountant, Mr. Tingamo Jabe. He's the accountant. This is the production department, the production manager, but unfortunately he's out. He's gone to the office. We are now moving to the general manager's office. The general manager's office. I don't know, he's not around, and that's the general manager's office. So I think we can proceed to the general.
And now I want to introduce you to the general manager, Chief Zigna. He's the chief, a local chief in the area, and at the same time an engineer of the site. So I will hand you over to him. We'll move to the ginnery. He takes us through some few processes of processing the seed cotton to length, ready for export. So Chief Zigna.
Welcome. As you've seen, this is the ginnery where the processing takes place. So we are now entering into the ginnery, and you see the machineries and how it performs before it comes out as a length. Some of my general staffs here, I just want to make some introduction. We have Mr. Hanan. He's a mechanic stroke gene operator. And then we have Mr. Sapo. He's also a technical engineer, mechanical. And we have Fabukar Zakaria. He's also a gene operator and our forklift operator. Usman Sumani Mohammed. He's also a gene operator and what should I say, assistant mechanic, because he's not having the full skill of being a mechanic, but he's an assistant mechanic. So right now, when we have the cotton arriving at the ginnery, outside we'll have the telescope there. The one we'll go show you that telescope. From the weighing bridge, we try to cross-check the weight, whether what the field staffs are telling us as written on the weigh bill is correct. Then we try to cross-check. After cross-checking, we are sure that this is what the weigh bridge has recorded. Before we then move to the telescope. There are two options there. Either we offload the seed cotton or we gene direct. So in this case, I'm just talking of gene direct. The seed, we have pneumatic fans. When we start those pneumatic fans, we now pull in the seed cotton into the ginnery. And before it comes into the ginnery, you see the topmost. It's called the separator. The topmost is called the separator. The cotton gets in there. You know, from the field, it is stuck. the cotton then, the separator then try to loosen the cotton. Loosen it, then after loosening it, then it comes to the incline cleaner. Also to clean it better. Before it comes to the conveyor, see that long distance? That's the conveyor. It conveys it to the various genes. And this is the gene. We have 2 gene stands. The genes, when the cotton gets into the gene, the upper part is also cleaning. The lower part, that is where the separation takes place. We'll get our seed and then we'll get our lint. Then the lint then goes to the condenser top. From there, comes straight to the press. And the press has 2 sections. We have the temper section and then we have the pressing section. It comes in the form of mass. Keep pressing, piling. So when it gets to the weight that we want, there's an alarm that blows. After that, the whole thing lifts, turns to the press side. And the other empty balls will now come to the temper side, continue with the process, and then we'll bale it out. As we just seen outside. That's the finished product. So in this case, the processing for the lint is done. But I told you that from here we have 2 sections, seed and then lint. The seed then goes blown out to the cyclone, and that place will also bag them into bags. And the process is also done.
We just had a tour of the facility of Ghana Cotton, and I think there's a need for us to know the linkage. Ghana Cotton is acquired by Wienco Ghana. Wienco Ghana owns Wienco Cotton. So now Wienco Cotton is partnering RMG Ghana to come up with a new production setup, because the production requires a lot of funding, because in the past there has been zoning by the government where we have cotton producers in various regions. But then Wienco has stood the test of time. We are the only people still remaining. The others have all folded up. So this novelty is an idea for us to have more funding to go aggressively to cotton production. So as you can see behind me, that's the end product of all that we do. This is the cotton lint, and this is ready for export. And I can tell you, this is one of the high foreign exchange earners for the country, for that matter, because whatever money goes out, whatever we receive, it stays in the local economy. We don't do any transfer of money anywhere. It's all plowed back into production. So as I've said, the whole facility, whatever you've gone through, the sightseeing that you went with the engineers, just to show you a tip of it. And we are aspiring that this year ending 2019-20 season, we'll do more tonnage. We're targeting about 5,000 links to be exported, bills to be exported.
Yes. So we have about each warehouse takes 75,000 bags. Each of these takes about 75,000 bags.
And you have only this one that you are utilizing.
No.
All of them have maize.
Yes.
And this stock is about 7,000. What about the others?
We have.
I think we can move to the next.
So that's our 7.
We can move to the next.
Not to Burkina.
Not to Burkina. No. We use every bag. So this is from aggregate.
Oh, okay.
You realize that apart from Masara, this year we work with aggregate.
Yellow maize. You are supplying to agriculture.
No, they produced under the UT nitrate.
Oh, okay.
So this is what you have in the rest of the warehouses.
Oh, I see.
All the warehouses are as this field. We are fumigating like we would have opened for you to see the fumigation process as well. So every bag counts. And this is what we are doing. And that is why when we come to you and we say give us a quota, we know what we are doing.
Which quota is it?
We're not talking about what plays with the roots. Then you have selective herbicide after you plant your maize, you apply it, and the weeds become the storage. You can see we have vegetable seeds. Those of us into plantation crops, especially mango, we have the best of pruners here for you, which will help you do your pruning and have the best of everything. And we have a Shogun, which is a motorized machine. Yes, this one has a height of about 1.6 meters. I mean, there's nothing on the market at the moment you can compare it to. So really, yeah, that is it. In terms of heights, this is about your best, and the power behind it is also very good. That's the Shogun. And this one has been with us since time immemorial. Matabi, that's it. If you want to spray well, this is the machine you have to use. This is a machine which comes with a pressure regulator. Normally we tell farmers to go calibrate before they spray. With this one, you don't need it much. Your pressure and everything is controlled. And I can guarantee that with the Matabi, you can spray a liter of landlord perfectly on an acre. In effect, I'm trying to tell you, with this, you safeguard against cost. Yes, farmers complain about prices and all that, but we teach them how to manage their things well in order not to lose. And at RMG, we've gone far ahead to design special protocols for every crop. So if it's vegetables, when you come to talk to you about what you need for vegetables, from seed to harvest. Maize, same, plantation crops and all that. Yes, as I talk to you now, we have actually gotten a growth hormone on mangoes especially to control the gestation period, taking the best of flowers, and once you have flowers, you have fruits. You appreciate what we're talking about.
Then what about the fruit fly?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the fruit fly.
Fruit fly, in fact, I'll dispute it a bit because at the moment farmers are actually battling bacterial black spot on the yes, that is it. And as of now, if the farmers are going to tell you, we're giving them one of the best solutions to prevent the prevalence of the BBS. That's it. There are two chemicals we have brought to them they are using. There's one called Amista Top and our popular Nodox. Yes, Nodox. Nodox is used worldwide to aid in the development of inoculum of BBS. Yes, and we've gone ahead to introduce it to our farmers. We are teaching them how best to use it and get the best of results. In fact, we tout ourselves as solutions to most of these agricultural crop problems that come up.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me be the first to welcome you to the relaunch of Wienco. I think we deserve another round of applause. My name is Asari Wienco, and I'm so excited to be your host for today's program.
To give the welcome address is an agribusiness practitioner with 30 years experience in the industry. He has mentored and trained a lot of people, including myself. Please, let's take the honor to welcome my boss, Mr. Wienco.
My greatest appreciation to you all gathered here for making the time to be here, and for those who have made this lunch necessary. The entire team for organizing this up to today. It's been a lot of work in the days, weeks, and months past. All the measures have been put in place, and today, at this time, we are here all gathered to the relaunch of Wienco cotton. We are here to chart a new direction towards the exploitation of one of the biggest opportunities in our country, the rediscovery and relaunch for the resource that everybody else calls the white gold. I can say for a fact that when I was in school, in Tamale Secondary School, cotton production caught my attention, and perhaps that is the reason why I'm still in agriculture. 10 years ago, it was projected that 2019 will be a big 10-year anniversary of the successes and high levels of production by Wienco cotton. But after 10 years, there's still not much to celebrate in terms of high productivity, large numbers of farmers producing cotton, and high volumes of export of cotton, and for that matter, many more textile factories operating in Ghana. Recent history indicates Wienco cotton was given a nod to operate in 2009 when the then government considered the rejuvenation of the cotton industry as a key to alleviate poverty in the northern part of Ghana, but more importantly to create wealth for many farmers in the north. It is in line of this determination that RMG Ghana Ltd is reinvested to acquire new equipment, vehicles, motorbikes, and I'm sure you've seen them all over. And we come with the vigor that will ensure that productivity of cotton in the north will increase. Well, we also going to make sure the expansion in farm units. We're also going to make sure the timely availability of the production inputs, ensuring high productivity, among others. We have also gone ahead to re-engage some new staff, old staff, also going to expand the organizational structure and make it productive and ensure productivity for our cotton farmers. All that is going a long way to ensure that the farmer makes a lot of money, because it is only when the farmer makes money that we also can boast out of making money. But more importantly, that everybody is trying for exports, and then we can get a lot from our cotton exports. The operations will be expanded in the 3 main zones: Tripoli, Tumu, and Nambanduri. And every farmer in that area who is a serious cotton farmer starts to gain by the end of the season. Yes, the conversation has been on, and this is the time to get it going. With the hope and the energy in the minds and hearts of all the parties involved, the future looks very bright. But we need to work make it better. So what are we waiting for? We've got to do it now. Thank you all here for being here, and I hope that what I've said encourages people involved coming season to make sure that we work hard.
Honorable Director of Crops Services, our Honorable Chiefs, the CEO and MD of RMG, our cotton researchers, Executive Director of the Cotton Board, and all protocol observed. It's a great pleasure to be here to share a few words with you and to encourage every one of us here into the cotton industry. I want to remind this August House that it is an undeniable fact that one of the few cash crops in which you can invest money and get all your investment in 6 months fully is cotton. Look at cocoa, look at cashew, name them all. You need a number of years to get the fruits before you can start harvesting anything. In cotton, our dear farmers are here. You crop in June, July. In August, in November, December, you are harvesting. And by January, your money is in your pocket. So in cotton, in a very short time, you can get your money. In fact, Ghana today, we have the ginning capacity of about 40,000 tons. So the question is, we are producing 2,000, 2,500 tons. Meanwhile, the ginning capacity, invested money, is 40 to 45,000 tons. So, Bulgar, for example, this year, they push the gin for only 10 days because there is no cotton. What do we do with the staff? We sack them. They are our brothers. They are our sisters. Do we send them home because there is no cotton? When we look at that, it makes the cost of production so high once you don't have the quantities. So my appeal today for all of us sitting here, RMG Ghana is putting hope in us. They are giving us the funds. I know some of you farmers have had difficult times in the past. Your monies were not paid early, and we have taken measures to ensure that this does not happen to you any longer. So please have faith in what we are telling you today. We are starting a new, in quote, cotton production. Even though Wienco cotton, you have known us for a few years, we are rejuvenating the process. And have faith in us, and you will see a difference tomorrow. Mr. Zigna, Chief, please come forward. When we pick the cotton from the farm, we need to process it. That is the only way we can export it. We need to take the seed away from the leaves. And Chief here, Chief Zigna, is the one in charge of the Tamale Ginnery. The next person is John, a doctor. Where is John? Please come. John is the general engineer in charge of the Pusu Ginnery. His work is the same as this one. I don't know, there's something on his head that he's looking. And then Karim. Yes. Karim is the engineer in charge of the Tumu Ginnery. So these are the 3 engineers who are processing the cotton. And like I said, without the processing, you cannot sell it out. Java is the one who, if you are not getting your money, hold him. He is the one who writes the checks for you. The administrator in the office, and if you have complaints and everything, it goes to her desk. Amalia, welcome.
You were born in the cotton. Some of them will never have completed school if not because of cotton. My siblings didn't complete because there was no money for them to go to school. You go to school, it's 5 miles away, so you have to go there and travel 5 miles back. So you'll be giving money in your pocket so that when it's lunch time, you go another 1 mile and buy something to eat. So you will not go to school that. So at the time that my siblings were there was no cotton. So they have to sell food and give them money, which was too much. But I was very fortunate when I came in, cotton had come, and then once you farm, there's cash. So they will give you cash to go to school. That is how cotton is so important to people like me. So as we grew up, cotton production started very slowly, but around 1999 we have hit our maximum of 45,000 metric tons of lint. This one, when you say we are in Ghana, is very good, but when you compare to our neighboring countries, we haven't done anything. But surprisingly, even the 45,000, since 2000 up to date, it has reduced to just from 45,000. Gradually, we have only 2,000 metric tons. So look at the environment. Yet we have you have all the good soils. We have land, everything. So what then is our problem?
I am going to the coffee pound song. People here going to the coffee pound song. I am so changing from the Mandela song. I am from the Mandela song. I am from the Mandela song. Come here, from the coffee pound song. Come from the coffee pound song. I
Wow, wow, wow.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We want to share the
Yes. Wow, wow, wow. Please, let's give them some round of applause. Just to interpret what they just said. They just said something on cotton. Telling us the benefits of cotton and why we should produce cotton. They said we get smoke from cotton, cloth, cotton, and so many things. So, to end it short, this is what they just said.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are at a very important part of this program. We are about to hear an address from the Director of Crop Services. If there is something more I'm going to say about this man, then I will say that his heart was made for agriculture. The passion and energy this man invests in delivering his job is unmatched. Mr. Koto. Ladies and gentlemen, let's invite Mr. Koto to share his
Thank you so much for the nice compliment. My chiefs that are present, honorable MFPCs present, colleagues from the Department of Agriculture present, coordinator of a newborn project, the Executive Director of Cotton Development Authority, personnel from the research institutions, and heads of other banking institutions present, our farmers, the group CEO and the MD of RMG, friends of the media, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is heartwarming and welcome news to me to learn that Wienco Cotton is repositioning itself to revamp the cotton industry in Ghana. It has been a government wish to revitalize the Ghana cotton industry, and I would like to commend Wienco Cotton for taking this bold initiative in contributing towards the revamping of the subsector. Since the beginning of commercial cotton production, late 60s, successive governments have always put in place various initiatives to increase production and productivity. I am aware it was after the launch of one of these initiatives, the Cotton Sector Revival Strategy in November 2010, that Wienco Cotton and two others, Amajoro Cotton and Olam Cotton, emerged in the cotton industry as the chosen investor companies. Production from the three companies commenced from 21,064 hectares in 2011 compared to 5,453 hectares in 2010 and increased to 28,228 hectares in 2012. The rise in product, however, was short-lived as Amajoro Cotton and Olam Cotton pulled out of production in 2013-2014 cropping season, respectively. On our part, Wienco Cotton started with a production of 7,128 hectares in 2011, increased to 11,725 hectares in 2012, and has since been on the declining trend as put by Mr. Prosper Kumi. I am aware of RMG's regular support for the annual seed cotton pricing meetings and its contribution generally to agriculture in Ghana, especially in the supply and distribution of farm inputs on its own and also for planting for food and jobs campaign. I also acknowledge RMG's contribution toward the mobilization and organization of youth and women groups for the production of food crops and others. I believe the Relaunch is the beginning of a new era where RMG and Wienco Cotton will draw from the experiences and lessons learned to positively turn around the cotton industry and solar production to put Ghana in the cotton map of Africa. RMG has identified major setbacks militating against cotton cultivation in Ghana, and based on recommendations from their vast research, have developed home-based strategies to revamp the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to give some highlights of the major strategies. These include: 1. Adoption of Wienco Cotton by RMG Ghana and repositioning it to be the #1 company to contribute to the transformation agenda. Wienco Cotton has since signed a strategic partnership with RMG Ghana Ltd. This partnership places a responsibility on RMG to resource Wienco Cotton in 3 levels: input finance, operational finance, and marketing finance. 2. RMG will use its good relationship with government to lobby for support to drive its agenda. Key to this will be ensuring that enough quota is budgeted for cotton fertilizers and cotton seeds are also put under the current planning for food and jobs campaign.
From the group CEO. He's the father of these 2 companies, among others. He's the chief driver of the RMG group. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the group CEO, Mr. Daniel Reg.
I'm not going, many things has already been said. I just want to concentrate on 2 or 3 key points. We are all here to relaunch Wienco Cotton and the cotton production in Ghana. We are not doing it alone. Alone we will be losing all our investment. We count on all the stakeholders, we count on you, cotton farmers. It's very important. And as it was already mentioned, cotton is a cash crop and can generate very strong revenue in the production if the production is done professionally. Together, we should bring cotton made in Ghana back on the world map. We should be able to produce at least 50,000 metric tons of seed cotton in the next 3 to 5 years. It is something that we can all together achieve. Nothing can stop all of us to achieve that. We need to work together. RMG Group, RMG Ghana, Wienco Cotton will make sure that the best quality inputs will be distributed to the farmers on time. Our staff will assure that all operations are run smoothly, that farmers at the end of this season deliver the cotton is gin and exported, and farmers are paid on time. For the benefit of all of you, but mainly for the benefit of the Ghanaian cotton farmers. All the staff will be on the ground to support technically and commercially the cotton production. In brief, we will pre-finance all the input and assure to sell your cotton on the international market at the best price we can. We need quality. The quality has to improve. We have to have the best cotton, but we can also try to promote differently than other countries and companies are doing. Maybe you heard about that. Your cotton has been certified as cotton made in Africa or cotton following the Better Cotton Initiative. We are trying to push your cotton at different level, and we will also start this year something new. We are going to do a pilot on bio-cotton. We are going to select around 100 hectares in different regions to test a new portfolio of bio-products, bio-insecticide, bio-stimulant, and bio-fertilizer. We'll do that, we'll support that, because there we think we can increase the revenue of the cotton farmers in Ghana.
This is just the beginning. There's a long way ahead. So, for all of you to know, maybe you have not seen them, then you understand why the people involved in RMG. So, this is Roland, Please don't try to call him because his phone is always off. This is the general manager, and then Antonia is the group CFO for Ghana. He doesn't like to go to the field, but we'll push him to come to the field. And then the HR who has signed most of you, in fact all of you, your new appointments, David Niayi. Just get him a bottle of beer when you see him. Kenny Adi, some of you already know, he's our chief technical officer. He is bringing most of the training, the transfer of knowledge to you. And then, sorry, he likes wine. And Dela Hayford, he's our product development manager these days, trying to register new products. And as the CEO said, if we have to go ahead with bio products, he'll be the one doing the registration. He's the one who's creating the certificates with it. I've been getting the authorization from the PPRS and the EPA and the rest of the regulators. Yeah, I think the like these days. What do you like? Where is Asari? Asari, the little devil. Asari was National Service Food as 2 years ago, and his proved himself as a competent field guy, and I think he's getting a house in Tumu these days as well. So.
Wienco Cotton is bringing back Ghana Cotton's production in the cotton industry back on track, and I will encourage all farmers, especially in the 3 northern regions, to take advantage of this and produce more cotton, because it is one cash crop in which your investment is recouped within 6 months. You don't have to wait for a year or more to get your money back. All that you put in, you get it back in 6 months. And Wienco Cotton is making everything possible that farmers are paid on time and with good price.
My name is Anthony Ayuku. I'm the director of Wienco Cotton. So I see the partnership, the initiative by RMG Ghana as a very positive step, because we actually lack funding in our operation. It's a very good moment. We're so happy. I mean, we have such a welcome opportunity to increase the production of cotton in Ghana. So we're hoping that this partnership will make us soar very high and deliver enough cotton for Ghana.
My name is Seto Sakuto, Director of Crop Services at the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. The issue that we are much of concern is what can you do to support the farmers to produce seed cotton? Well, as you know, the Ministry is very ready to promote cotton in the northern parts of the country. Efforts have been put in previously, but it seems the efforts, due to some challenges, they couldn't materialize. The dreams or the objectives that we set for ourselves couldn't materialize. And as a result of that, we had 2 of our partners